The PBA Summer Swing returns. Last year had it all, a 300 game. New stars taking center stage. Established stars returning to the winner's circle. And the PBA's most dominant player proving just how good he is. What's in store for 2015? We'll find out. As the best bowlers in the world are on CBS Sports Network, starting with the PBA Wolf Open now. This is Oklahoma's Grand Casino Hotel and Resort Event Center in Oklahoma City. Today we start the PBA Summer Swing with a PBA Wolf Open. Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Oklahoma City. Great to have you with us. This is Dave Ryan. I'll be joined by my broadcast partner, Randy Peterson, PBA Hall of Famer, in a moment. This is the third PBA Summer Swing on CBS Sports Network, second straight year. We've been here in Oklahoma City. When the dust settles on the Summer Swing, we will crown 4 PBA Tour title winners and the coveted King of the Swing championship as well. We have stepladder finals today. It starts with 15-time PBA Tour titleist and former PBA Tour Player of the Year and Rookie of the Year, Tommy Jones. He'll battle Andres Gomez. From Colombia, Kyle Troop will make his first career PBA Tour TV appearance today. Bill O'Neill, who won the Badger here at the Summer Swing a year ago, competes again looking for more success in OKC. And Marshall Kent will look for his second career title, returning to TV in Oklahoma City as well. Randy Peterson joined laneside now by Tommy Jones.
Thanks, Dave. You know, the last time Tommy Jones won was in 2013 in Saudi Arabia. Tommy, it's been about 7 years, though, since your last win stateside. How do you climb the ladder today and capture your 16th win?
Well, you know, there's some good bowlers that are on the show, and you got Kyle, you got some youth, you got all kinds of things. But, you know, it's going to transition quite a bit here, so hopefully running the ladder is an advantage and being able to stay on top of the moves.
What's the best way to attack this extremely short 32-foot wolf pattern?
As close to the edge as you can get, and hopefully everybody's on their seats like I will be.
Thanks, Tommy. Good luck.
Randy, Tommy, thank you. More on the Summer Swing. Wolf Open, shortest pattern at 32 feet. The Bear Open, most challenging, 40 feet long. The longest pattern at 52 feet for the Badger Open. Oklahoma Open. Bowlers qualifying on all 3 patterns. The top seed will pick the pattern for the TV final. And the King of the Swing. Great chance for another championship here in Oklahoma City. Ready for bowling. Jones, Gomez, head-to-head. First match.
And Dave, I was talking to both players prior to the start of this opening match, specifically Andres, and I asked him about his ball reaction, and he sounded a little unsure. He didn't know if he was going to throw urethane or reactive resin. Looks like he's starting with urethane. That's old school ball reaction there. That urethane bowling ball, very subtle move in the back part of the lane, and the 6-pin goes to the sidewall and takes the 10 out perfectly.
Late trip on the 10. Good start. Gomez, here's Jones. Boy, he'd like that cross way over, misses the head pin.
One of the fans caught Tommy Jones right in the middle of his approach.
Oh, my goodness.
And it's the only way that a player of this caliber would ever miss that far left. And you can see the short oil pattern and the tons of friction causes the reactive ball that Tommy Jones is using to cross over, missing the head pin left.
How will he respond? Misses the head pin. early open for Tommy Jones. Disastrous start. More on this Wolf open lane oil pattern. Randy, what are the keys here?
Well, it's the shortest of all the named patterns at 32 feet. There's a lot of friction out there, Dave. That's extremely short in terms of length. Remember, the lane itself is only 60 feet long. And so that's why the players have chosen to use urethane bowling balls to try to cut down on some of that ball reaction. Tommy Jones, however, he's going with reactive. He can throw it hard enough and flatten his hand out enough.
How will Tommy respond? Quite nicely.
And you heard
10 down into the pit.
Sorry, Dave. You heard in his interview that he has to keep it as close to the edge as possible. And this is just perfect. This ball going out to about the 2 board there. And then it just rips back, and that's 10 in the pit.
Exactly where Tommy was practicing. Way right. It's got to feel good for Jones to respond after the open. Back to Gomez. 10-pin stance.
A good shot, but you can see the little softer pin action because the urethane bowling balls, they don't have that big change of direction. They're not going to drive through the pins nearly as hard as a reactive resin ball, and that's why the 10-pin there is left standing. That's the flat 10. You can see the 6-pin actually was laying in the right gutter.
Grace hoping for his 3rd career title. Whoa! Whiffs on the 10 and returns the favor with the open frame.
Well, even the plastic ball hooked at that spare attempt there for Andres Gomez. The players are going to try to play as close to the edge as possible. And I'm talking right up the edge. The players with more hand that decide to use reactive resin, they'll move a little bit farther left with their feet, and they'll actually swing the ball to that zone on the lanes.
How will Andres respond to his open? Pretty well. Trip of the 10. And a strike for Andres Gomez from Colombia. Now lives in Weston, Florida, outside Miami.
Now watch the 6-pin this time, Dave, as it goes to the sidewall and catches just enough of that 10-pin.
Some keys for TJ and Gomez. Crosses over again, almost goes Brooklyn.
Get it going that way. Oh my God.
Well, no excuses this time for Tommy Jones as he pulls another shot on this right lane. This time he catches the head pin running away Brooklyn. Leaves the 5-9. Tommy Jones' key is keeping his legs underneath him. He really has to rely on his lower body strength. For Andres Gomez, he actually showed me video of when he was bowling really well back in 2011, 2012. I'll get to that in a second.
Right lane troubles for Tommy Jones. Does pick up the spare, though. Has his mark. And a very even match early on here.
So Andres Gomez, back in 2011, 2012, when he was bowling his best, his swing was a little bit lower, and he had some upper body tilt. He showed me video from last year. His swing was higher. He had no upper body tilt, and thus it created a very steep swing. So what he needs to do is keep his legs moving, get that tilt back, have that swing get a little bit lower so he can create a bigger flat spot at the bottom of the swing.
Whoa! In the channel. And you think
Didn't cut
about
that one off.
Watching him practice so far right, Randy, as you pointed a moment ago. Danger in that.
Well, this is just overcompensation from the 2 shots on the right lane, and you heard Tommy say it when he was on the right lane, hey, you got to get the ball to the right. Well, the problem is if you get it too far right too quickly, it's going to be 0. This is real messy, real early. I think Tommy's going to probably switch to that bowling ball.
Can't get out of my way. The guy's, he's got me so spooked over there. He's got me so spooked over there.
Tommy Jones talking to Rob Gottschall, his tour rep, explaining that he's a little spooked on that right lane. I think Tommy's going to make a ball change here in the 5th frame the next time he's up on that right lane.
He's going to have to, Randy. Suddenly a 20-pin lead on the bench there for Gomez. Going to expand to 30. 4th frame. No help, though, with the 7.
Right lane looks like it's a little tighter down lane than the left lane, just based on Andre's ball reaction. You know, I think it's very interesting in that Andres actually made the telecast on this very short pattern. And when interviewing him, he told us both he doesn't like the short patterns, but he found a way to drill urethane, changed a couple layouts, and he's here today.
There's the 7-pin. There's the mark for Gomez, but he can't capitalize with a strike. 4th frame.
Gets the ball into the swing nice and early, walks left. Now this is where things have changed for Andres. This is much lower here at the top of the swing right there. Much better position as he enters the foul line. Swing is not nearly as steep as it was just last year and the year before, where he really struggled.
Lane level look at it, and all 10 down into the pit for Andres Gomez, 2-time titleist. 2011 and 2013, both the Carmen Salvino Classics. One in Vegas, one in suburban Detroit.
He's going to move one right on the right lane. You can hear him talking with his tour rep. There's more friction on that lane for him. He is dialed in on the left lane. Problem is he has to finish the match on the right lane.
That's a lot better on the right lane. 60 feet. 2 success for Tommy Jones. That's got to feel good. Telling his coach a moment ago how he felt spooked on that right lane.
It feels good just to hear you say 60 feet to success, my friend. Tommy Jones makes the ball change. He goes to a ball that is non-reactive, and that forces his feet right, and it forces a much straighter shot, straighter trajectory through the front part of the lane.
Got to be a huge confidence boost. Strike here, right back in the match, which he does, crunching it into the 1-3 pocket. And Tommy Jones right back in it here, halfway home. PBA Summer Swing on CBS Sports Network is underway.